about the intentionality of defining the no, right? Because you could just say, all right, well, maybe this is not for me, right? You had some success in film, but television wasn't there.
Yeah.
What about the defining how to say, all right, I'm going to come this thing anyway? Now,
Oh, when they tell you no, I'm like, I keep telling you no. Because like music is like, we can make it at home. We can go get a track from YouTube, producer, record it on your laptop, put it on iTunes, on YouTube, and it can go. Like the film projects, there was some resistance that I wasn't accustomed to feeling that. And when I came back with the music and we pitched it, and I was playing it, I was talking to Chris Olber, because at the time, Chris, I always recognize him because he's an innovator, and he's one of those guys that you see. He gave me the green light on the project right now. It was, I only did $17,000 to play a reoccurring character, Candy character, to be the executive producer, and then they'd be the music supervisor for the project. And they would accept the cast of Power for 3 seasons. Good Morning America, like I was at the nightclub last night, and they'd be like, yo, if he doesn't come, we don't even want to. I just came from the nightclubs. Like, Good Morning America is like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, all right, just give me a suit. Put the suit on. I was a little agitated. If you look back at those interviews, I didn't want to answer those questions. I'm like, bro, why am I doing this? Like, they pay me more to go to the nightclub. Just go. All right, so I just wanted to do it. I kind of got the break with the idea. You see what it turned into. It turned into 4 shows in the universe that is the number 1 African American black So speaking of the empire that you built, you have recently Shreveport, Louisiana, right? Talk about why Shreveport and what exactly you're doing in Shreveport. And somebody from Shreveport ever got Shreveport's hey, no more rats in my city. Shreveport got a nickname, they call it Ratchet City. I don't like the idea. I want to change that. But look. When I get to Shreveport, it was a taxi city. And funny enough, I have a relationship with Avi Lerner, and he owned Millennium Studios. It was the previous studio that was Indie. So he also owns a studio in Bulgaria that I shot the last Expendables with Stallone, Jason Statham, Megan Fox, and Dolph Lundgren out there with it. And it kind of got when I was telling you guys about my business model for film, kind of came to him. And I would think that the project would be as good as what we put on paper, and if we bring the right passionate group of talent together to portray those characters, that it'll be something that's really exciting at the end of it. But they look at a feature film like, because you got to make the bulk of the money back in 3 weekends, you got a minute and 30 seconds to make people say, I want to see that. And this is why it's a small group of people that consistently sell the feature film. Like, we see Denzel Washington, we go, yeah, I think I'm going to check that one out. And they could keep them you gotta pick projects that consistently are good. So if it's Stallone, it's one genre, it's an action film, they know how much they can get for each one of the territories, and they're selling it on the poster before you even look at the freaking film. So I'm like, that's not what I thought it was, how it worked. And then I kind of got a clearer understanding from that experience. And then you learn from the States. I was working with the wrong people early on in Red Lemon. I got him from Harvard School. Yeah, he was the wrong guy, so. He found out about me later. Yeah.
so, we were talking about stage that stage, and one of the things that you both have in common is that you've been able to navigate different networks kind of seamlessly, right? You had a show on ABC, we're on Stars, we're streaming on Peacock. Tell us about the leverage of using the platforms to your advantage, and what's the plan? Like, how do you pick them, right? When do you decide that this is the perfect partner on Netflix to now say, I want to stream or put programming on?
The relationships, like, we pitch projects to the same group of people. So we may get a chance to pitch to the top networks, whether it's Netflix, Hulu, or Peacock, these different people. And because I have an overall deal, Stars had to tell me no before I could go out to go sell the show.
Like the first right of refusal.
Yeah, it's the first right of refusal. And because of that, I'm like the easiest person to say no to. They told me no, I sold it to ABC. They told me no, I sold it to Peacock. They told me no, I sold it to They did that until I accumulated, like I currently have 34 shows across 10 different networks. And I was saying the same thing that they said to me when I was trying to pitch Power. Why do you keep telling me no? Telling me no, I'm like, it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. It just means, okay, you're not the right person to have success with me at the present. These people will have success with me. And I learned, you know, I've seen some people fail upward. Like you go, damn, how the hell did you get to a CEO position? You stupid motherfucker. Like, you know, they think the job is to say no, to hold on to money, to not spend it. Even when it's the right opportunity or it's the right project, it's the right situation. I look at it and go, I simplify things. If I have a hit, I just want more of the hit. Like when they ask me, they say, well, you did great, so what do you want to do next? And I'm like, more of what I just did. Like, yeah, like, whether it was my film and television career is mirroring what my music career was. My first album is the largest debut hip hop album, so 13 million records, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Absolute crisis. Now, we need more noise for Get Rich or Die Trying.
And then the first television show is the highest rated show on that particular network, so it makes kind of allow me a little more leverage with the things. What'd you say? What'd you say? Man, I don't even like that. I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. Because me and you are having this personal conversation. I really don't like these people. Right? But it's not about me liking them or them liking me. It's about what's good for business. Right? So there's you think they're like that, like when I say things in my mind, I say, you look like, oh, no, I went to school on the small of the bus. So some loud shit to them people, right? Like, they didn't know what he said. Get his phone. They said some more shit. Like, you know what I mean? This is one of those things where I don't want to make the other executives afraid to work with me. Right? That particular person, because look, I think one of the unwritten laws of business is appear not to need anything. Because everybody will do you a favor when you don't need one. If they can expect a bigger favor in return or a favor from you at some later point, they'll find the ability to just do it. Yeah. No problem. That's why they tell me no. I go, the television said they're on strike. I said, okay, I'm on tour. All right. That last tour I did with 103 shows. It's the third highest grossing hip hop song ever. And I decided to go because it was on strike. So I'm like, yo, no, I'm ready
talk because it was a writer's strike.
Yeah, because the writer's strike and television. I'm like, no, I'm going to talk. And they going, I'm like, you too going to store. Tell me I need a new record. These motherfuckers ain't put a record out in 100 years. It worked out. It worked out. Like, you know, and my audience, I like to say this, my core audience was in college during 2003. Right?
Yes. They hit right now.
And I love you. If you just made noise, I love you because without you, I wouldn't be successful. See, that core, that noise that you heard from 03, the social experience is so important to them at that point that they party every available moment away from that school. So when you got to write songs, shit, people don't agree on a lot. How many people Republican in here?
Be careful.
I want you to partner.
Get it wrong.
The brother made some money. He thinks he's a Republican now. He said, wait a minute.
He looked around. Oh, shit.
He said, what the fuck, 50 Cent? We in InvestFest, you know. I think that, look, at points, the things that go on, like they are conscious of finance. So, he done made some money. He said, fuck that.
But one of the things we talk about, especially in this crowd, is access to capital, especially to black entrepreneurs, black business founders. In your space, money comes from advertising. I wonder, do we face challenges the same way that entrepreneurs are facing when it comes to getting dollars from corporate?
Well, initially, when I get into a new venture, I finance it. I usually use my money to start, and then as we get into new positions, I may take investment dollars. But like if you look at Branson Cognac and Shooting Noir Champagne, I own the entire company. It goes. That's completely black owned.
Well, I want to talk about that, right? Science Spirits. So, Science Spirits completely black owned, like you said, the company. Talk about that. I know you had challenges before that, right? So, talk about that whole situation.
Yeah, you have the experience with major corporations. Like me, my particular experience with Deep Satori, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo or Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, almost like $60 million a year. So when you see him go to daily on this, when you see him have some issues, and they not, it gets bad. You know, and these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. You know what I mean? Like, look, when you go to the spirits business, it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? You got two companies that are $3 billion a year, and Deep Satori and Yahoo. The distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, right? So it's kind of like they incentivize the sales force by giving the box bonuses. And then when you sell the product, you get the bonuses off the box that's there. But you make that no matter what product you sell. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies. You see, I had a lawsuit with Remy. They said that because I had an oval shaped bottle. that there was some sort of product confusion, and I'm like, weird. It's a big P in the middle of the bottle. You don't own the shape, the whole shape of the bottle. You know? And then we had went in there for a little while until it came, like, you know, I started saying shit like, 1738, I bet they had slaves. And shit got uncomfortable, and it was like, look, relax. Can we make donations to existing foundations that make it go? Yeah, it kind of went away, but they do spend $63 million targeting African American male consumers a year. Very specific. You know, so that's why that would be uncomfortable when we make those statements, and this risk versus reward, it doesn't make sense to fight the fight. So they said, let's just let that go. But, you know, they ripped me off too, like, God damn it. They ripped me off. Because one of the head guys, the head of the sales, they set up a play, and they were able to send a letterhead from each Satori over to France and get the champagne company to commit to coming out and talking to them. And they have these things like this, where you put agency fees, like someone who contacted the grower or the person who's producing something for you and made the deal for you. And they put agency fees on the product. To give you an example of the scheme that they put together, it's like, say you wanted to sell t-shirts, and I go to China and I tell the people in China how much do you make the shirts for, and they tell me $4, and then I come back and I tell you, yo, they said $8. And then every time you send the check to the producer, they just put $4 on the side for them every time. So they siphoned off about $6 million from that. And then the legal fees has been almost a whole nother, almost $10 million. So I put like $70 million into the ranches and the shit you go out. There's a company. This is for my son. It's outside spirits. Like later, he can take this one.
But you also went to Congress, the big truck. You went to Congress.
Yeah.
The big truck, right? To advocate. What was that for?
Yeah, I remember the Black Caucus, and we went out there and talked about it because they're not being policed. Like at that point, the district court tells them that they're fined. How much does a fine mean when you're a $3 billion company? Just do what I want. If you catch me, I just pay the fine. Doesn't matter. You still just do what you want. And then, you know, so they look into that particular category. This is why you want to see a whole lot of us owning the brands that we consume. But when I was pointing out, because I jumped around a little bit, I got a habit of doing that, right? When I said that my core audience was in college in 2003 and partying at every available moment, right? When they identified that they were in charge of them, and I'm the wrong woman. She decided to have some of this, you're gonna have some of this. Now look, when he's there, and things go exactly the way it's supposed to do, and they connect. The experience where many people relax and enjoy themselves is the music itself. And they connect that. It's not finding a new audience, it's finding a new audience again. Because we do the same things that we did at that point a different way. Later in life, you have the drink that you would have at a nightclub in the privacies of your home. You might have wine and you have something to eat. In success, you have a wine cellar or a bar in your house so you can invite the people that you're comfortable with over and have that drink instead of being at the nightclub with your kids. Now, if you are at the nightclub with your kids, it's
It's a whole other category.
teach yourself. Some people make different choices. Again, this last tour, right? this last tour, it was different. It was different from all my experiences touring because this time when I was performing and I looked out in the crowd and I see like really attractive women. I said, damn baby, where's your mother? You were way too young for me. Ah, 23? Yeah. That's how it felt. It was a little different that time.
You're super intentional about naming side spirits. Recently watched an interview, say you're not in a rush to be a billionaire. Anything you want, you can have. It's about him, which is important. Because we really haven't seen generations. We've seen people get wealthy. We've never seen it being passed down. As you're going through it and learning lessons, it seems like you're learning from other people's mistakes and correcting them. Are you having him around the process and showing him some of these things now at an early age so that you can have a trajectory that's way greater than the very expected?
I'm trying not to overexpose him. You know, it's just September 1st is his birthday in 2012. Super innocent. You really don't understand. At me at 12, I was
about to say a lot different from you at 12.
a lot different.
Circumstances are different.
Yeah. He grew up a lot different. He ain't gonna be saying none of the shit I said to Americans. None of that. He look at you like, for real? He didn't even know his mother was Buffy. Hey, my life is a movie.
Okay, so how do you deal with entitlement, right? That's something that, you know, I know I've heard you speak on it a lot, and anybody that has reached any level of success, you have people around you that feel entitled to your success, and when they don't get what they want, then they lash out, and it's a dysfunctional relationship. So what lessons have you learned over the course of life dealing with entitlement?
Well, I feel like there's no such thing as success without, when we're praying for it, we're not praying for jealousy, we're not praying for envy, we're not praying for entitlement, and it comes with those three things. And the jealousy is the easy part, you just kind of distance yourself from that person. Envious part, you can't really see it as much. Where it could be around you, you just feel like, I wish that was me. You know, and how bad is that if it's going well? You know, but entitlement, I think it shows up. Look, we're gonna have some confusion go on regardless. I think no matter what, the process, the first time you give someone something from the kindness of your heart, that's a process. The second time you give it to them, they go, thanks, man, I really appreciate that. The third time they go, yo, I wish you would have gave me that last week. And the fourth time, damn, how long it took you to give me that? Why you wait so long to do that? You got it. And now it creates confusion, or you got problems in different areas. This is why, like a lot of the talent when you see music artists, right? They go, when you ask them what happened in the experience and why it's not going the way they would like it to go, they usually say the label. It was the label's fault. You know? And if the label's an individual, it's a person, then it's my fault, it's that person's fault. But it's not the label's responsibility to sustain your value. It's on you as an individual. You know, and they're gonna sell what has the highest probability to sell, and it doesn't matter to them whether it's good or the thing that they just picked up. As long as it's continuing to sell, it's a business. So you watch that, well, they'll say, as far as entitlement is concerned, I wean off for people, I get off for people. Sometimes it's spoiled like milk. Just take a little while and then it's spoiled. An easy job is a hard job. You forget your work. Right? You got some people that are blessed, they're so talented. They do it easy. I'm not that talented. Fuck that, I gotta work this is why I'm not complacent. Because I've work. Like, look at Kobe Bryant's history. He'd be there training the most, practicing the most, to perform the best. Other guys, they come in, he's like, oh, nice. He ain't in there all day. He's just coming in with this shit. He's a gift. He got it. So it's a higher probability that guy fucks up. Because he could be distracted with everything else. Everybody else is temperamental, all these things around him. He'll be an obstacle for his career. And Kobe is being occupied about practice, about work. You know, and for me, none of these things equal complete happiness. Business, everything goes right in business. There'll be things that I have to get accustomed to the things that, like, this is the greatest example, right? I know I'm jumping around. Look, the greatest example, this is better. Music artists, first music video, first thing they do is rent a car to put in the video to convey lifestyle, right? And they cut, and the car goes back. But if that shit works, he's gonna get a version of that car. If it's not that car, he's gonna get the one that he feels like is the coolest one he can get, right? And he has it. And then immediately, he becomes an inspiration in the environment because he made that happen. He made it from nothing. It's just the idea created it, came up with something that created the ability for you to have this power. Then in the environment, the way I grew up, when you saw people have nice things, somebody was doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing. A relative or somebody in the early, this is in the 80s into the 90s. It was a different ability to get money out of the neighborhoods that existed at that time. It's not there so much no more. Now, they pieces and say, they're doing this now. You gotta do it a different way, right? But when you see those things, my grandfather, I just lost my grandfather.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Condolences.
And he sacrificed the most for my entire family, right? And he simplified it. So he could just go to work, come home, and just give my grandmother this check. I'd be like, damn, you're supposed to give a whole check? And I said, I'm never gonna understand how you just gave me a whole check. And he was like, he said, well, you wouldn't understand no way. And he said, but when I gave him my check, it stopped her from looking at things that I couldn't give her. She said, now, the woman you with, she's the kind of woman that you would give everything. Because I would give your mama everything. I love her so much. And it is. And that made me look at things a little different. Because I was like, my grandma pimp. Now, for everybody who clapped, all you ladies who clapped, I'd like you to raise your hand. From that red look around, these people are dangerous.
One of the greatest lines that, in my opinion, that you said is, "What took Coca Waters, put them in bottles for $2, and Coca-Cola went and bought it for billions. That's what's up." Obviously, a great line, but what you did is you opened up the world of financial literacy to us. That led to Shadi writing stories about it. That led to us having conversations about financial literacy. At the time, I was like doing thinking about money like that, and it was like, this is a way now to teach people through music about making money. That deal worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty well. I wonder, has there been a deal that you haven't spoken about that has been as lucrative, as successful, that you haven't witnessed on? Has there been deals like that that's come across since that time?
You know what? Well, I did pretty well with SK Energy. I provided, I partnered with the United Nations World Food Program, and we was able to provide a meal with every energy drink that we sold. because we got 10% of business would alleviate all extreme poverty. You got to think of how much 10% of Google is worth. You think of how much 10% of what Bill Gates owns on the farm, 10% of that, and then it was utilizing that because it was that company was developed under that model. Just because they thought people would embrace it faster, if they knew it was that, then we would find the finances to solve a lot of issues. But yeah, the vitamin thing, I didn't need the money. Like when companies approach artists to be a part of the marketing, it's just they've reached a financial level where they can make that market. Right? And it'll move the company to the next level, you know, the writing and everything. So they make the deal. But if you told them you don't have to give me that money, then I'll take the equity. On the back end, when they sell it, when the real money comes, I'm not gonna get it because at that point, the equity that you have, and right over there, employees that they have to find stock options for. And working class folks living in that. So they say, so that imaginary stock shit you create, I can't keep count of because it's not going into my bank account. You say, how much is that right now? And I can move the junior to have his own home, and I can go to the car I want, everything right now. And they sold me pieces of it. They sold me pieces of it to the people that they already, after I had this deal, I picked up a few pieces from people who had some of that shit. So that was a really good deal.
That's also financial literacy because from what I heard, you know, more about this, but they had coached Ron Artest before, and they offered him the same deal, but he didn't understand equity, and he wanted money, and they didn't really wasn't just to give him the money that he wanted, so he turned it down, and he took the equity, but that's because he probably didn't have the understanding, like you said, of
Right.
what equity is.
And just where he was at that point in his career. In basketball, everything's checked. And they look at the last check. Like when I did business with RBK, with Geo Receipts, made over $80 million during that time period with Paul Fine. Right?
Did nobody claps for that? It's an everyday thing.
But while I was there, the deal only took place because of LeBron. That's why I said, man, LeBron, we owe you, baby. You don't even know how I feel like that. But when RBK lost, when they lost the bid war for LeBron, because Nike ended up making a deal with them for $120 million. They had $80 million sitting there, all buying besides the full lifestyle brand with myself, Jay-Z, and Daddy Yankee. And I just kept coming back for money. Every 3 months I kept saying to them, I'm a high-risk investment. Oh, it's going good. I'm a high-risk investment. Oh, we're doing so good. How many shoes we sell? I'm a high-risk investment. And I kept living with the money. I was like, yo, I just don't want you to be in a bad spot. You know, I might say the wrong thing and everything just gets fucked up. Right? Then I started telling them the stuff that my publicist told me, right? Because she told me 2 things you don't say. You don't say nothing about religion, and you stay away from politics. Right? Because no matter what you believe, someone passionately disagrees with you. Right? So you just stay away from that. And then, if you don't believe she was correct, all you have to do is ask Kanye. That's what he did. Went to politics.
I think they both.
Went to politics, and then he went and said some shit about the. Now you notice I didn't say that shit, right?
When we had dinner with you, you said something that was profound. You said, I don't want a problem, but if there's a problem, there's no problem.
Yeah.
People look at you as a bully.
I don't know, they miss the person irritating me. They didn't see that one. They see my response to the person, and I look at them, what the? Oh, You think I ain't got time to fuck with you? A lot of it doesn't make sense. A lot of it doesn't, there's no gratification out of it. I just, sometimes people want attention. I say, well, here's more attention than you want. I don't feel so fucking like that. But you didn't do that, don't you? And it's just a concept. It's a personality. It's a character flaw. And don't think you weren't a part of how it developed. Because you were participating in social media and gave you these habits. You know, you got people, and someone's across the street, right? They look at you and they just don't like it. For whatever reasons, right? We at InvestFest, people got on their good clothes and shit. I see Steve Harvey backstage. He had on a gator jacket, gator shoes. I said, "Nigga, you was going, nigga." I felt so underdressed. I gotta embarrass him. Fuck that. He didn't have to do that to me. Are y'all enjoying yourselves? As a DJ, are you not entertained?
Good. We touched on Shreveport. I think people overlook what really happened, right? You had humor, right? You had harmony, but you had our community down there to celebrate each other, to find a new demographic, a new region. Talk about what goes into preparing for something like that. Obviously, we've done InvestFest, everybody's here, shout already said, but this is a lot of work, man. Talk about that.
Let's just look, to start, what simply Shreveport is the tax system, right? The tax system around funding allows me to do things that I wouldn't be able to do in other territories, right? And they had their tax system there, they pulled it, and people migrated to Atlanta. Some of them here from Shreveport.
Two people back there.
Yeah. And other people don't want you to know they're from Shreveport. But they migrated to other territories where they could work in the same field and do what they was doing. They had their farm there. And then when I get out there to the facilities, it is like, I have to put 20 something $million into the studio for it to work. So if you don't have the finances to invest in the studio and then the actual projects that are up that allow you to bring new projects into it and out the building, then it wouldn't make sense for you to go out to Shreveport. I just filmed in Oak County, man. I filmed wherever the movies being made. This is why Highland moved out there, because they were providing taxes and government finances that allowed them to do the movies. And then the downtown, oh shit, like it looked like the vampires ate the people. Everybody has this flag, the city is still a nice city. Like, it doesn't look old, I won't. But it just was no big. Like, I will have this place full of people. See, when you think about like Burning Man, they're in the desert. They went to the desert to have music. So I was like, it's just entertainment that will bring people. And in order to, I made some purchases downtown because that revitalized some things that are down there. And because Shreveport is going to be a hot spot. I get going because I'll have fun projects out there, so you have multiple cast members and people out and about. But I got to get everything else active down there. So Harmony is my first example. It is a proven model now that it works.
You know, and yeah, I bring it up because obviously there was some criticism from the Shreveport resident, but what was overlooked was the jobs that you're bringing. The hospitality is now going in. the exposure for the city, all these things that money can't buy, that you are bringing. So I want to give you your flowers. I think everybody gets to give you your flowers.
It's cool. It's exciting to be able to do that. And I just wanted to. I was really using my relationships to bring everyone out. So Dave Chappelle showed up for me, Cat Williams, so many cool comedians and stuff like that. You can tell I really like comedy. Like I keep standing up this shit. No. But you can tell I like it. I think it's healthy for us. It makes you feel better, like you laugh, you enjoy yourself. Yeah, I think we live longer when we spend our time. So I tried to confess him Muhammad, and then I had soul for real. Also, see, I'm way smoother in the shower. I'm way smoother than I am in real life when I'm in the shower. I got R&B music playing, Mama Tom, ooh, say what. I can hit that. I can't hit Key Sweat backstage.
That's a fact.
Key Sweat is crying. He be crying on the records. Security don't let him come up with him. I know Keith is backstage waiting. He's gonna be backstage waiting for me.
Yo, make some noise for the legendary Keith. Before we do that, since we got Pip here, man, Pip was a major inspiration for us. As he said, we the demographic that actually listens to his album, give it